Hello, my name is Megan Jones, and I have created an IGTV channel. This is my first time doing it, and I'm really excited about it. Also nervous because I have a lot to learn about IGTV. So, I just kind of want to talk about why I wanted to create this channel. I'm a 21-year-old junior that attends Morehead State University, and I just feel as a 21-year-old and as a godly woman that it's important to educate young girls on certain issues that need to be addressed, whether it's just from a simple breakup to just simple problems in the world like bullying. I definitely feel that I want to empower young girls, whether they're preteens, you're teenagers, you're in college. I definitely just want to spread God's love, God's word, along with just some advice that I've learned over the years and also what I've learned recently. And I just want this to be an empowerment to where it not only motivates you, but it wants you to impact other girls' lives. And so basically, I'm going to do this weekly. I'm not sure which days I'm going to do it. I know I'm just going to do it whenever my schedule will allow me to do it. So, the first topic that I want to discuss is I want to discuss dating. So, my grandmother, she didn't want me to start dating until I was out of high school because she felt that it was a distraction and that it would lead me to forget about my schoolwork. And whenever she told me this as I became a teenager, I said, "Are you serious? Like, why?" Because all my friends were dating. But now that I'm 21, I understand why she wanted me to wait until I was an adult. And I have had boyfriends before, but I never truly loved a boyfriend that I had until my last boyfriend. Um, we dated for 2 months, and like I truly loved him. I truly saw a future with him, and that got crushed because I found out that he cheated on me, and an unlikely source told me that he cheated on me, which was his mother. And at first, when she texted me and said, "Megan, I just want to inform you that Tanner's cheating on you," and I caught him doing it, at first I was like, why is like his mom, texting me, getting involved in our relationship? But then once I kept reading the message over and over and I started thinking about it, I thought, oh my gosh, like, I don't think she's lying to me. Like, she, truly cares about me and she's ashamed of the way that her son was doing that and how he handled it. And I confronted him about it, and yeah, he did admit it. He did say, "Yeah, I did do it." And when I asked him why, he said, "I really don't know why I did it." He said, "You were so perfect to me, and you were my girl, and I loved you." And I was like, okay, well, why, would you do that to me if you love me? And he was just like, "I really don't know why." And I said, "That is not an excuse. You knew why you were doing it." And part of me, in a way, was just crushed. I was heartbroken. I'm now over him, but still, at the time, I was, oh my gosh, my world is crushed. It's the end of the world. It was my first ever true heartbreak. And yeah, I did have other boyfriends before, and yeah, my heart was shattered, but not as shattered as this one. I mean, I truly was in love with him. Like, he was the first guy I ever said I love you to. And I definitely felt that he was the type of guy that I wanted to marry. And part of me during that time, whenever we did break up, was, why is this happening to me? Why did God bring this person into my life so unexpectedly, out of the blue? I wasn't even looking for a guy. And then 2 months into this amazing relationship and this foundation that we have established together, why did God just take him away from me? And I think that's how every girl is. Every girl feels that it's the end of the world, that God just hates her, that he doesn't want her to find a guy. But the more that I have thought about the breakup and been single, the more that I've realized that God, he was just wanting me to know that my ex was not right for me. He wanted me to know that there are better things in store for you. And he wanted me to know that there's going to be heartbreak. I mean, you're going to love somebody and you're going to truly feel that you are secure and that you have a future with them. And then in reality, sometimes that person's not for you. And part of me at the time when we were together definitely just thought, like, he's amazing. You know, he tells me he loves me. Like, he's not gonna hurt me, you know, in any way. And I mean, he did, but when you're in love, you don't think that. And I kind of feel in a way now, like looking back at the breakup and us being together, I sort of feel in a way that God didn't want me to think about him cheating on me or potentially hurting me, because he wanted me to have the positive side of my ex, and he wanted me to have fun with him, and he wanted me to make memories with him. And I will always remember, like, our memories together. I'll always remember us getting Starbucks together. Like, he was the first guy I'd ever met that loved Starbucks as much as I did. I know that's a shocker, because y'all know I love Starbucks. To people that know me. People that don't know me, I am a huge Starbucks fan, okay? Like, I love Starbucks. I have a gold card, guys. Like, I'm platinum, so, you know, can thank Karen Campbell for that, because she got me hooked on it. So thank you, Karen, if you're watching this. I appreciate you. Love you. But yeah, so pretty much we would always, every Friday, we would always get coffee together. Always before our classes, and we would always just have fellowship together, and we would just talk, and it would just be our time together. And we would always just kind of reflect on not only like our relationship and just what we wanted to do together in the future, such as making memories or just, you know, future plans, but, you know, we would just talk about life and just how grateful we were to have each other. And we would talk about God, and we would talk about how we wanted to establish our relationship on a Christ-centered relationship. And we're not perfect Christians, but we were trying to make our relationship to where it wasn't so sin-based. And I'd never really met a guy like that before. And I thought it was just really cool how we'd always, every Friday, do that together. And we'd always pray over each other before we'd go our separate ways to classes. And another memory that I absolutely loved was just us going and watching movies, or just like going hiking. I mean, I'm not a hiker, but I just enjoyed looking at God's creation in a different perspective. And even though we would hike at the same place every single time, still, the more that I would hike with him, the more I would see God's beauty and grandeur. And it just, in a way, like, opened my eyes to, like, wanting to try new things, because when I was younger, I went hiking one time and I hated it. I said, heck with you hiking. I don't want to do you again. And then when I met my ex, Tanner, he said, like, I love to hike. Like, let's go hiking. And I was like, oh, God. Like, here we go. Hiking. Goodness gracious. But then in a relationship, you have to sacrifice for the other person, and you have to compromise. And I love to shop, and Tanner hates shopping, so he would go shopping with me, and he would do stuff that I wanted to do. So I did stuff for him that I didn't really care for. But I mean, at the same time, we were in a relationship, and when you're in a relationship, you always do that. And I mean, you compromise in life as well. You don't just do it in a relationship. You compromise every single day. And part of me is thankful that I was in a relationship, because I got to experience new things. Like, even though it was really bad and it ended really bad, but it was so good at the beginning, and we were in love, and everything was great until he did what he did to me. I learned a lot, and I am grateful that I got to experience new things I never thought I'd experience. And during that time when I was in mourning, it made me know that I don't need to worry about if I'm ever going to get married, if I'm ever going to be single, or if I'm ever going to be with somebody, for a long time or a short time. It just made me realize that God's in control of it, and He's looking out for me when I don't see it. And sometimes I think, oh, well, I'm going to have a boyfriend, or I'm not going to have a boyfriend, I'm going to be single. Well, God knows if I am in the future going to be single or not. He just does it in His way, in His time. And the moral out of this whole lesson is to never settle for anybody. Like, when you first meet them, don't instantly think oh my goodness, I am going to marry this guy. Don't ever do that, because I literally thought I was, and it happened really bad. So yeah, don't ever do that. Okay, never feel that you have to be someone that you're not. Don't ever let the other person that you're in a relationship with take away your joy, or try to tell you that you need to change your looks, or you need to have a new identity. And also, don't ever quit communicating. If you are having problems with your boyfriend or significant other, or you are just not sure about some things, for example, my ex, he had a dry sense of humor, and I'm a very sensitive person, so a lot of times I just can't tell when someone that has a dry sense of humor is joking or not. And a lot of times he would say stuff. Sometimes it would be offensive, or sometimes it would just be just random things. And sometimes I would take it as if he was just being mean to me, or sometimes I would take it as you need to stop, saying these small things, because this is a huge deal. But other times he was just trying to make me laugh, or he wasn't meaning anything by it. And I had to, kind of learn how he was, which I did in the relationship did figure out, how he was, like when he was joking, when he was not. But I mean, when I first met him, obviously I was like, what? Like, are you kidding me? So, those are just things definitely that are very important when it comes to dating or just being in a relationship with somebody. And always when you are talking to somebody, always talk to them for a long time before you start dating them. Tanner and I, we talked for like a month and we started dating. And when I first met him, I instantly had feelings of, oh my gosh, like he's the one for me. Like I literally felt that. And I mean, my grandmother has always said, you're gonna know when you found the right person. And I literally had that feeling. And, part of me now is feeling as if, yeah, you can have those feelings sometimes of, I think this guy is the one. But then when you're in a relationship, sometimes you question yourself and you think, okay, maybe I kind of rushed it a little bit. Because sometimes I kind of felt that way. So just always, just, if you are unsure or if you feel he is the one, but then, I kind of don't know if he is, just always pray about it and just always trust your instinct. I mean, sometimes my instinct would say, okay, yeah, like you should date him. And then sometimes it would say, no, you don't. But at the same time, when you truly hang out with somebody a lot and you kind of start developing feelings, sometimes that's on the back burner. You're just all caught up in just the lovey-dovey stage, and I definitely was. I kind of just, with my friends that have had boyfriends, when they would have boyfriends, they would get so lovey-dovey with them that they literally would forget about their other friends. Like, they would just, like, dump me or other girls and just not want to hang out. And so I kind of thought, oh my gosh, whenever I start dating Tanner, I am going to forget about everybody. Like, I'm going to forget about everybody. And I didn't. I mean, I stood my ground to him and said, hey, like, I have friends that I want to hang out with and spend time with besides hanging out with you. And if you don't respect that, then we just cannot date. And he said the same thing to me. I have friends, I want to spend time with them too. And I said, yeah, I completely understand that. And another thing too that he said, which I literally was shocked by it, but then at the same time, I was very fortunate about it because a lot of guys would never say this. He said, I also, want to spend time with my family, and I want to spend time with everyone that I don't see a lot. And I also want a girl that, she's going to want to be a part of the family. Like, she's going to want to come to family events. She's going to want to hang out with my friends with me. And part of me, when he was first telling me about it, I kind of thought, wow, like, is this really coming out of his mouth? Like, really? But then I was really elated by it. And so I felt the same way too. And a lot of times when we would want to hang out with our friends, sometimes our friends would hang with us. And in a way, I kind of thought that it was really nice to have our friends kind of be a part of, our relationship and kind of know, hey, he is cool with me having friends that are guys, friends that are girls, vice versa. And I enjoyed that time that we did get to fellowship with our friends and family. I absolutely loved his family. They were just so sweet and just so welcoming to me, and I definitely do love his family, and I don't have anything towards his family at all. And when it came to my friends, when we broke up, yeah, they were really mad. Everyone was mad that it happened, but my friends were livid about it, and they were just, if we ever see him again, we're not going to talk to him or anything. And I said, guys, I kind of feel the same way, but at the same time, we need to, as Christians, we need to move on. We need to forgive. And I know that it's hard to see other people hurt that we truly love and truly care about, but that's not what Jesus would want. Jesus wants us to forgive others. He wants us to be nice to everybody, and he wants us to be accepting. Yeah, I still am hurt by what happened, but I've moved on from him. I've forgiven him. If he saw me in public and he said hi to me, I'd say hi. I wouldn't, be overly friendly, but I would just say hi and move on. I'm not going to stoop to his level and, be disrespectful, be rude, do stuff behind his back or whatever. And yeah, so, you're going to have relationships where they don't end well or they do end well. And you're going to have times where you're questioning yourself, like, why? Like, why did I even date him, later on? I kind of felt like that. I'm like, why did I date him? Really? But at the same time, you live and you learn. So it just goes to show you that you're not perfect, and you are going to have situations like that. And it's just best to trust in God and just know that you're not alone, that there's others that have gone through that. And that's why I want to each week make videos, and I want to talk about stuff that I've gone through and that other girls are going to go through, and kind of give my synopsis over it so that I can be a witness to others, and so that I can connect people with a deeper understanding of a certain topic, and also grow their love for Jesus, and for them to grasp a better love and connection with him, and with just me stating my thoughts on a specific thing, and kind of helping you guys grow through your faith in a way, and kind of help you guys with struggles that you're going through, because with social media, it's just not easy going through this stuff. So I definitely just want to encourage others and be a light in the world. So that's all that I have for my first IGTV video. So my name is Megan Jones, and I will see y'all next week. Have a great, blessed day.